My current love interest was Billy Cow, but I wasn't his. He loved all things not human. He had many dogs and cats. He had a salamander and a gerbil and an alligator and a flea circus that he watched on a regular basis. I managed to talk my mother into letting me enter the Easter Bunny race on Ottawa Hill because I thought that would give me a chance to get to know him and to have him get to know me. My mother had given me a book called How Life Begins. She was trying to teach me the facts of life. It opened with a bee pollinating a flower, and it ended with a woman breastfeeding her baby. I never got the connection between the bee and the woman until that race at Ottawa Hill. My bunny was a tiny, fluffy little female, sweet disposition named Gloria. Billy's bunny was a nasty buck named Matthew. Now, he's got a horrible temper, I said when Matthew took a chunk out of my finger. I know he does, said Billy. That's why I chose him. We want to win this race. I said, well, we want to win too. But I didn't explain that it wasn't the race I wanted to win. It was Billy Cow's heart. On the day of the race, all the sixth graders gathered at the top of Ottawa Hill with their rabbits in cages and a carrot. The idea was you held the carrot in front of the bunny and you scampered down the hill with the bunny, and the bunny that got to the bottom of the hill first won the race. Gloria and I had been practicing this little routine for a month, but it wasn't too successful. Gloria did not like vegetables. She preferred something sweeter, like chocolate. So I decided, well, maybe what I better do is just dip the carrot in some fudge, so maybe we do win the race. I managed to get a place next to Billy at the starting line, and I gave Gloria's coat another brush, and I smiled at Billy. Matthew looks fit, I said, but I really think you should put him on a diet. His tummy is dragging on the ground. That isn't fat, said Billy. That's muscle. I work this rabbit out every single day. This bunny is so fast, he's going to get to the bottom of that hill before your little fluffy thing gets out of her cage. Why did you put that pink ribbon around her neck? I blushed. I said, well, it's her first public appearance, and I wanted her to feel good about herself. The sixth grade teacher got up and clapped her hands and said, all right, boys and girls, everybody ready. Get your bunnies ready and get your carrots ready. The first prize is a year's supply of rabbit food and a basket of Easter eggs. When I ring the bell, let your bunnies out of the cage. May the best rabbit win. She rang the bell. Matthew shot out of the cage like a released bullet. Gloria walked to the edge of the cage, looked up at the spring sky. Come on, Gloria, come on. Show everyone how fast you are, I said. Gloria walked over to a daisy and began to sniff it. And then she saw Matthew, and she hopped over toward him. Matthew, by this time, was halfway down the hill. And he turned around and went, and as he got halfway down the hill, and then he sensed Gloria. He turned around, ran back up the hill, and he jumped on top of my bunny in the most alarming way. Billy, I said, what are they doing? Billy blushed purple. He said, they're making love. Your rabbit must be in heat. I said, no, she didn't seem that warm to me. And besides, I think it's very unfair of your bunny to expect my little rabbit to carry him all the way down to the bottom of the hill. You don't know anything, said Billy, and we've lost the race. And I took his hand and I said, oh, don't worry about that. Everyone knows you're the best animal trainer in the whole class, and besides, that prize isn't worth much. My Aunt Hazel gave me a beautiful basket of Easter eggs, and I'll be glad to share them with you when we get home. Gee, said Billy, that's really nice of you. And I'll help you get Gloria back in the cage when they're finished. Finished with what? I said. And that was when I learned that our need for love is much stronger than our need for food. And when it comes to romance, sharing is a better technique than competition. But it wasn't until a month later when Gloria presented me with her litter that I figured out how life began.